Hi, this is Akash, and many of you had asked how to configure Dropbox with your rclone. I'll show you just how to do that. If you followed my earlier tutorial, then you will already have a working installation of rclone on UGREEN, and I'll just show you how to connect Dropbox. Now, if you remember, we did it using Docker, which means that our rclone installation doesn't have an access to web browser. That's why we have to work with a workaround. So what we'll do is essentially we'll download an exe to run on Windows. Using that exe, we will very easily configure our Dropbox and then copy the configuration file back to UGREEN. All right. So first we go to rclone.org downloads and we download the exe. I run on Windows, so I download the exe, and here the exe is. I'll now run it and I will configure. I will run this command rclone.conf. What I'm basically doing is I'm telling it that rclone is the exe that you need to run and with the config parameter. It asks me there is no remote found. Remote means basically we are doing this. If you go to config and you create a new config, this is in GUI and we are doing exactly the same thing in the command line. All right. So it says n is new remote. Of course, we want to create a new remote. Enter name for the new remote. Let's say Dropbox. This is your friendly name. Doesn't matter whatever you can give here. And now it gives you a list of all the providers. Number 14, I think is number 14 is Dropbox. So it asks you which storage. We say number 14. Client ID, we don't know, we'll leave it. Client secret, just enter. Edit advanced configuration, no, just enter. Now, it says use web browser to automatically authenticate. Yes, this is exactly what we want. This is the option which we don't have on the GUI because we are running on Docker, okay? So I say yes, and it opens a new tab here. On Dropbox, it will ask you to authorize. I will allow it. Check yes, this is it, you're done. That's it. Okay. So now when you go to rclone, you can now quit the configuration. Q, we quit the configuration. Now again run rclone config file. We have to find out where it saved this configuration. All right. Okay. So the configuration file is saved at this location. Let's find this file. This is the file, and let's upload it to our rclone config directory. So this is the default configuration on UGREEN. I'm just going to replace it with this file. Okay, now let's go to rclone again. You see Dropbox is here. Go to your Explorer, open your Dropbox, open. You get to see your files on Dropbox. This is it, as simple as that. And not only this, you can do it for any other storage provider as well using this. Again, very simple. First, we download the exe. Second, we go to the place where we have downloaded the exe and run that exe, right? We will have to run rclone config for the configuration. It will take me to the wizard. It will tell me how to edit a remote or new remote or whatever. And to find out where my file is, I will say rclone config file. It tells me where my file is. My file is here. I'll just have to copy this file to my UGREEN. Where I will copy it on UGREEN is in the data directory, in the config directory. So how we installed it, we created two directories. If you remember, data directory and config directory. Inside config directory, we'll find the default conf. Just replace that. This is it. So that's it. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask them, and I always get back, right? Thank you.